I like the name Karate. I think Karate Kimmel has a great ring to it. And I like to, you know, the Kardashians with the 2 Ks thing, you know, it's nice. Thank you. Yes, yes. I told them not to get someone more handsome than me, but they don't listen. When you said you were wearing the pink sweater and the black thing, I thought you meant you're wearing the pink sweater and the black thing.
No, I said I'm wearing. I didn't say you're wearing.
Oh, my God, this is so embarrassing. And just think, on the night where the etiquette expert is here also.
Did you ask her what you should do in a case like that?
I did, because I saw what you're wearing, and she said there's really nothing you can do. It's horrible, and all you can do is just go up to the person and say, you look so great in that outfit.
Well, you look great in that outfit.
You look so great in that outfit.
You look so great in that outfit.
Really. Thank you. I like it, though. I hope you don't mind if I go with it as my own look.
You should actually, you know what? I mean, I think you look good in a suit, and I know you wear suits all the time, but that is a nice look for you.
Thank you.
Great.
I will wind up kissing you if we do this.
Oh,
So
wow.
I can barely control myself.
Oh, that's...
But thank you for having me here, and on pre-Oprah Day, too, is very exciting. Yeah, I know that it's disappointing for the audience when they hear Oprah's going to be here tomorrow, and then I'm here today.
No, that is not true. No. They love you. Imagine the people tomorrow going, Jimmy was here yesterday? They're going to be furious.
Oh, yeah, they'll be despondent.
Yeah. And I was on your show last night, and I had a ball.
Thank you for
coming. What about all that stuff we did?
You were so great, and I don't know anybody, really, who can be so naturally funny when they're so drunk as you were last night.
I know.
Really incredible.
Thanks, that's sweet. I mean, I don't even remember it, but it was good?
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
It was really great. We had to carry you off, but it was fine. Yeah.
I can't wait. I TiVoed it. I can't wait to see it.
You'll love it. You'll love it. By the way, speaking of TiVos, do I get one of those too? Because I actually have one, but I get to use one of these plasma screen TVs. I saw you were giving.
Really? Well, we have plenty. Yeah.
I'd love to take one home.
Okay. Let's get working on that for Jimmy.
Thank you very much.
The least we can do for you. So now, are you getting recognized everywhere you go, or do people know who you are now?
Well, kind of. I mean, yesterday I went to lunch. I had a paparazzi photographer following me like for a mile almost, and then I overhear him on the cell phone saying, "Yeah, slow day."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm right here. I can hear you, slow day. And I was in Boston. I was at a fruit store in Boston. And I get in there, and my girlfriend Sarah was with me, and this woman, this very drunk woman, now it's only 1 in the afternoon, and this woman is loaded. She comes in, she grabs me by the shirt, and she's pulling on. She's like, I love you, and she's going on how much she loves my show, and she loves my cooking. And I was thinking, well, that's weird. Unless she's been in my house, how would she know that? And she's going on and on about how she wants to cook for me, and she wants me to teach her to cook. And I realized partway through that she thinks I'm Emerald. And so I just went along with it, and I just, bam, I just whipped something Cajun up for her right there on the spot.
She couldn't have mistaken you for Emerald, because you're in here, If I Were the Sexiest Man Alive, but you are one of the sexiest men in People magazine, by the way.
Thank you very much, and they know.
Yeah. They do know. They're the ones. So Matt Damon is the sexiest man alive.
Oh, I disagree. I really do. I disagree. This guy, I don't know if you know, but this guy's been sleeping with my girlfriend.
Yeah. I happen to have seen that YouTube video.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of Sarah and, you got him back, though.
Well, yeah, I did. I got him back by developing a relationship with Ben Affleck. That sometimes people think that we're joking, but we aren't joking.
No.
No. It's no joke when we're shirtless in each other's arms, I'll tell you that.
That video is so, you and Ben Affleck, when you're singing towards each other and get that close, it's, I mean, you had to have laughed a few times before you got that take.
We didn't even know we were being filmed. That's the thing. We had no idea. Yeah, it did take, we had to shoot that about 175 times.
Oh my God. It's really, really
and
funny.
I will admit, I popped in an Altoid before I, I didn't, I wanted it to be romantic.
That's respectful of you.
Thank you.
That's really sweet of you. It's a hilarious video.
I went up, my daughter's going to art school, and she's about to graduate high school, and so I drove up to Napa, where she's going to school, and I looked at school, and it's just beautiful campus. And instead of being happy for her, it made me very angry at my parents for not sending me to a beautiful school. We grew up in Las Vegas, and I went to UNLV, which is like the 13th grade. Yeah. Well, the people cheering did not attend that school. I can assure you. I remember it was $590 for the whole semester. Oh. And this is not in the 40s, by the way. This is. This was in the 80s that I went to. It cost more to buy a VCR than to go to to prepare for my higher education. There was no thought put into it. There's no like, oh, you got to take. When I took the SAT test, I was still drunk from the night before. Hand to God. And there was no preparation. In fact, the preparation we did is we watched Saved by the Bell the college years. That was. I sent my college application to Mr. Belding and never heard back. Imagine how successful I could have been had I actually gotten an education.
Yeah. It's a shame you've made nothing of yourself.
Yeah. I was a wedding DJ, actually, so there wasn't a whole lot of, I did the bride and groom would dance, but I hated it. It was a terrible job. And it wasn't like with Tony, he gets to bring his computers. I had to carry crates of records around. It was really a terrible job, though, because it's, most people only get married, 4 or 5 times in their life.
Yes, that's right.
So if you screw up their wedding, it's a big deal, and I screwed up a lot of weddings.
In what way? How would you screw it up?
Well, like for instance, the first dance is it's an important part of the wedding, and they pick their song, and the bride and groom will dance together for the first time as husband and wife. And a lot of times the records would skip during the first dance. So it would be like, my love, there's only you in my. And that's a terrible, terrible thing at a wedding. Oh. The worst thing that ever happened to me at a wedding, and I swear this is true, most people who aren't Kardashians plan their weddings months in advance, right? So you have a meeting with the bride and groom, and they tell you what kind of records they want to hear and what songs they like, and you write it all down. And you say, do you want to cut the cake? Do you want to have a bride and her dad dance? You want to have mother? Yeah, okay, whatever. So you do that in advance, and then you really don't talk to them again until that day. So that day, I play the dance. The first dance was with the bride and groom. Then the bride and her dad danced. And then I said, and now we'd like to bring the groom and his mother to the dance floor. And immediately and spontaneously, everyone began weeping, crying. Because what they didn't tell me is that Mom had died somewhere between planning the wedding and that moment. Oh, it was much more horrible than this. So I'm standing there and I don't know what to do because everyone's crying. And at first I'm like, why is everyone? Is this song bad? I mean, it seemed fine to me. It's Peabo Bryson. Who doesn't like Peabo Bryson?
I love him.
So what I do is segue right into the next record, which is "Celebration" by Kool and the Gang.
Oh man.
Wasn't a lot of dancing going on.
Oh no.
It was bad. I've done Halloween weddings too.
Really?
That's when you know marriage is going to last, when the bride is dressed as SpongeBob and the groom is a vampire. They're ridiculous. They really are. They're just like, I can't imagine that people will look back at that and say like, oh yeah, remember you were a sea monkey and I was, and I was one of the Rugrats and think, yeah, that was a great idea.
Oh God. How long did you do that?
I did it for 2.5 years in college. And I finally had to, I was either turn to drugs or quit.
Well,
so I quit.
Smart. You quit.
It is very weird at my age to, I'm going to be one of those old dads.
Well, you're not as old as some dads right now. You're not that old.
I know, but I'm getting older every single day.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Do you want to know?
Even after the, no, we're gonna, well, I would like it to be a surprise. And my wife, Molly, was happy with that idea until about a week ago. And she started saying, we really need to find out. But I don't think it matters. I don't think you need to make the baby's room blue or pink. I mean, it's inherently ridiculous. I don't think they can even see colors, right? I mean, or is that dogs I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
you're
It's
thinking
one
of
of the,
dogs. And what about, well, the only reason to know is probably to name the child and to have a name ahead of time.
Well, I like the name Karate. I think Karate Kimmel has a great ring to it. And I like to, you know, the Kardashians with the 2 Ks thing, you know, it's nice. But depending upon the sex of the baby, either Karate or the Riddler are the names that we're thinking of right now.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, and the middle name is the one that I'm very excited about. And, you know, I suggest ridiculous things to my wife, and every once in a while, she seems like she might possibly accept it, but I'm thinking of, and I'd like to know people's thoughts on this. For real, I would like the baby's middle name to be Effin. Now imagine if your middle name, think of it this way. And not the curse version of it, like E-F-F-I-N, like Ellen Effin DeGeneres. I mean, what a great name that is. Right?
It is really good.
Think of every friend you have and put that in the middle, like Andy Effin Lassiter. It's awesome. It immediately gives you self-esteem.
Oh. Jimmy Kimmel appeared on the show dressed as an Olympic figure skater. That sounds like he would for sure do that.
It sure didn't, but it's about to. Please welcome Jimmy Kimmel.
May I say?
Yes, please do. You can't hurt yourself. You're hosting the Oscars. Don't.
That is true. Thank you. I am so happy to be here and so honored to be a part of your 50th birthday?
60th.
60th. I can't believe it. You look fantastic. You really do. You've been so generous to everyone, all your audience, to all of us, to me personally. And I have something for you. If you'll excuse me for 1 second. So important. Bone density is really something you have to look out for. And should I just put it in the, you can have this later. You don't have to have this
for sure
now.
will take that.
I just happened to be in the neighborhood and I thought I'd stop by.
Dress like that?
I actually have a couple of Kiwis for you also. Would you? Yes, dressed like this, but I did want to say I know you got a lot of surprises on the way, and I just did want to say happy birthday to you. You're one of the best people I know, and I have hockey practice, so I got to take off. But
Okay.
thank you so much for having me,
I
and
love
happy
you.
birthday.
I love you.
Enjoy. I love
All
you
right.
too. Thank you, Ellen. See how nice she is? It's unbelievable.
Oh my God! So we saw each other on a beautiful vacation that we happened to be on at the same time. And Billy is just so adorable, and he's healthy, and everything's good, right?
Thank you. Yes, and thank you again for the beautiful donation you and your viewers as well made to Children's Hospital in Los Angeles.
Look at him.
There he is. Yeah, that was on his first birthday. He never stops eating, this kid. He is, one of the few words he says is eat, and he says it all the time. So he'll eat his food, and then he will jump up in your lap and anyone's lap and eat the rest of your food. He's a little it's like living with a cookie monster. It's really crazy.
So I couldn't even get over how adorable he was. He's just sweet as can be.
He'll grow out of it.
No, that's true. That's true.
My daughter is 4.5 now, and she's very precocious.
Also adorable. What is she precocious about?
Well, everything, really. She thinks she's the teacher at school. She was on last Monday, on Martin Luther King Day, they had the day off school. So
the nanny took her, because we were at work, and so the nanny took her to this like dinosaur exhibit, and they had toys and, you know, all these tunnels, like, you know, those things where they gerbil tubes they put the children in and they seem to like them. But they also had a little golf course there, and they had golf clubs, and my daughter saw the golf clubs, and she calls them, I don't know where this came from, but she calls golf clubs hookers. She's like, I want a hooker, but there were no hookers available because each of the kids had a hooker, and so she went around to all the adults at the place saying, do you have any more hookers? I really want a hooker.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know. I told her, we don't call them hookers, we call them sex workers.
That's right. Good for you. Good for you.
We're very woke.
Good. Teach them the right thing. Now, listen, I know that you love to go to Costco.
Ellen,
What?
Andy is peeing in your yard right now. Andy is urinating in your
That's
yard
okay.
right now.
That's what he's supposed to do.
She said I can't use the bathroom indoors.
It's totally fine.
Social
Okay.
distance.
It's going to rain soon. It'll water it all down. So last night, or whenever this airs, I don't know, but when that happened, but playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with your kids, and I thought that was so clever the way you did it. And Jane and Billy are so adorable. I can't take it.
Billy was a reluctant participant, but I do this at meals often, and they love it. I just make up questions, and then they have multiple choice questions, and they have to answer them, and they love it. They go crazy. I mean, and that's when I knew that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that there's really something there, because if you can get a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old interested in it, then you've got a game on your hands.
Wow.
Hi, Jimmy.
How are you? I'm excited to be here. I really am.
Thank you for being my first guest on our last season. Thank you so much.
You're, what am I?
You're the first guest of our last season.
I'm not the, like, this is not the final show?
No, we just started back.
I thought I was your last, I don't, oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought I was like your Bette Midler. I was going to sing and everything.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
what would you, go ahead.
I was going to sing Wind Beneath My Wings.
Oh,
and
no.
It would have been incredible, but now I'm not going to, now that I
Really?
know I'm the first. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll be invited back.
You're-
I won't be invited back, will I? This is it for me, isn't it?
No, you're going to come back as many times as you want. This is your 20th appearance. You're here all the time.
What, my 20th appearance?
Yeah.
Wow. I have to be honest. That seems like too much. That seems like too much me.
No,
You've been on my show, what, like 4 times?
Yeah. Yeah.
You owe me 16 appearances.
Yeah, all right. I will do 16 in a row.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Hey, that would be real great.
I'm going to have a
actually.
lot of free time, so
Yeah.
whatever you want.
You look fantastic.
Yeah, you do too.
And congratulations, by the way. I know we were making a lot of jokes here, but this is quite an accomplishment. I mean, this is your 19th season,
Yep,
right?
yep.
You couldn't go to 20, huh? Couldn't
Nope,
really not?
no.
Yeah, 19's good. 20.
Yeah, it really is.
But really, I mean, you've made so many people happy. You've done so many great things. And I mean, look at these people. Some of these people waited 14, 11, 12 years
I know, it's
to
sweet.
be here, and they're here.
It's really sweet. Hey, can we talk about some of your appearances? Because before you were going to host the Oscars, you were here, and we helped you get ready for that.
That's right.
There are so many different things that you have done, so many different events that.
So many dumb things I've done on the show.
That was to get you ready for the Oscars, I believe.
What was happening there?
Well, you were going to lose some weight for some reason. We don't think you need to, but I think that was Kim thinking that you could sweat some, and then you had a mask on.
Yeah, it looks like we were doing a sex thing, is really what it looks like,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Well,
it's some kind of weird S&M type situation.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of sex thing you do. That does not look like a sex thing to me. But there was a time that you, for whatever reason, do you remember the bubble wrap that you came out in?
Vaguely, yes. As I recall, it was like Christmas time, and I'd been getting a lot of packages.
Is that why? I saw a clip today, and I want to show it because I don't know why you did this, but maybe that is, he decided to come out in this outfit for the talk show. You're probably losing weight as we speak right now.
I hope so, because this is ridiculous.
I feel like I should roll you around and pop all
Go
of them.
ahead. You want to roll me
Yes,
around?
I do.
Yeah. Can you help me up? Okay. Roll me down the stairs,
All
maybe.
right, all right.
Oh, that wasn't popping. That was my knees. All right, ready?
All right, careful.
It's perfectly safe.
You should have something for your head.
This is the greatest way to travel. Now I'm gonna throw up. I think I beat Little Demon's record. Thank you. I may have to just lay here for the rest of the show. Here we go. Oh. Every part of me is exploding. Remember that.
Yeah. And then you had to...
when I was governor of New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
You know what the nice thing about Ellen is? Not only she rolled me all the way home,
Yeah.
which was very sweet.
That's who I am. We're back with Jimmy Kimmel, and I have a gift for you. I can't thank you enough for being here.
For me?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I think this would look really nice on your desk, you know, because
Okay.
this is something that we started out with. I don't know why, but we thought this was funny. In the first season, it's a donkey, but look, there's a surprise. There's a cigarette that comes out of its butt. So, you know, if anybody smokes, no one can
You
smoke.
know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to start smoking
Yeah.
just because of this.
I mean, it's really handy. That's just there's just the one, but
This
it appears broken now. But
That is a very thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I'm holding a cigarette as if I smoke. I have something for you.
no.
Yes, it's a traditional gift. You know, the traditional gift for 19 years is, do you know what it is?
I do not.
It is a Kardashian. And so, Ellen, in honor of your 19th and final season, I present...
I'm all yours. This is so sweet of you.
Isn't it awful?
You guys, I have my very own Kardashian.
And by the way, if you have a Kim already, you can get a Courtney, you can get a Chloe, you can get a Kendall. You know, there's a lot of different choices.
I want to collect them all. That's so great. I want to collect all of them.